Do you know what we're going to talk about today? Știți despre ce vorbim azi?
No.
No?
No.
No, so we're going to talk about different kinds of communities. Vom vorbi despre diferite tipuri de comunități. Do you know what communities are? Știți ce sunt comunitățile? No?
No.
So, we are going to find out, o să aflăm ce sunt comunitățile and what types there are și ce tipuri de comunități sunt. So, there are cities, towns, villages. What is a city? Ce înseamnă city? Oraș. And town? What is a town? So what's the difference between city and town? Care e diferența între city și town atunci?
Town este mai mare parcă decât city.
The other way around.
Yes, city is bigger than town.
Yes. The city is bigger than the town. Adică orașul este
mai mare
decât
tot orașul.
town, adică orășel. Town ar fi orășel. And a village, what is a village?
Un sat.
Un sat. Un sat, yes. All right. So, do you live in a city? Do you live in a city, a town, or a village? Unde locuiți voi? În city, town sau village?
I live in a city.
You live in a city. In a city. Yes. Yes, in a city, right? Yes. So, in cities you can find blocks of flats. În oraș ce găsim? Unde locuiți voi? În blocuri, right? Deci în orașe găsim blocuri. Do you find blocks of flats in villages? În sate găsim blocuri?
I don't think so.
No, we don't. Nu găsim blocuri în sate, dar ce găsim la sat?
Case.
Houses. So in the villages there are
Found
houses, right. La sat, în sate găsim case. Are there houses in the city? În oraș sunt case?
No.
No?
Yes, there are.
There are houses in the city. Găsim, în orașe găsim și case. Câteva, yes. Yes, you are right. So there are more blocks than houses. Sunt mai mult blocuri decât case. That's true. Okay, so let's learn what a community is. Să învățăm ce este o comunitate. Yes, and the three types of communities. Cele 3 tipuri de comunități. Let's see. Ia să vedem.
Welcome to Kids Academy.
Hello.
What is this?
Started on the lesson.
What can you see in the picture?
A city.
A city. Can you repeat city?
City.
It's a big city. E un oraș mare. It's a big city.
A community is a place where people live together.
Alright, so a community
O comunitate
is the place where people live together.
este locul în care oamenii trăiesc împreună.
Yes, exactly. Deci comunitatea este locul unde trăiesc mai mulți oameni la un loc, împreună. Do we live in a community? Noi locuim în comunitate? Yes, we all do. Cu toții trăim. Good.
There are many different types of communities. In this lesson,
What about this one? Is this a city too?
I think it's A town.
A town? It's not really a town. It's smaller than a town. E mai mic decât un orășel. It's a
Village.
village. It's a village. Can you repeat? Village.
Village.
Village. Village, adică un
Sat.
sat. Yes. A village, un sat. Can you see the houses?
Case la curte.
Sunt case cu curte, yes. So there are many houses with gardens or yards, cu grădini.
Știți de ce m-am prins? Pentru că văd piscine.
There is a, cum spunem în engleză la? A pool. A pool or a swimming pool.
Swimming.
Pool, yeah.
You will
Okay.
learn about 3 common types. Urban,
Urban.
Urban. So the urban community, comunitatea urbană. So the community that lives in the city.
Comunitatea care trăiește în oraș.
Orașele. Yes. Urban. Can you repeat? Urban.
Urban.
Urban community. Comunitatea urbană. Deci oamenii care locuiesc la oraș.
Oraș.
suburban,
Suburban.
Suburban.
Suburbane, yes. So communities that live around the city. Adică în jurul orașului.
Orașele.
Comunitățile din jurul orașelor. Suburbane. Suburban.
and rural.
And rural. Rural. Can you repeat? Rural.
Rural.
Rural, adică la țară, yes, in the countryside. La țară, in the countryside.
Pentru că la țară mulți vacile.
Yes, you can milk the cows and spend a lot of time in nature. Petrecem mult timp în natură, yes.
Eu chiar am făcut asta.
Yes, nice.
An urban community is large and highly populated.
All right, so there are many, many, many people in the city.
Cities.
In the city, yes. There are many people, adică sunt foarte mulți
Oameni.
oameni. Unde?
În
În
oraș.
orașe sunt foarte mulți oameni, yes. So they are very populated.
Yes.
This means that lots of people live there.
See the crowds of people? Vedeți cât de mulți oameni sunt? The
Yes.
crowds, mulțimile de oameni, the crowds. And the tall buildings. The tall buildings. Can you repeat?
Tall buildings.
buildings. Andrei, tall buildings.
Tall buildings.
Buildings. Adică ce înseamnă tall buildings?
Clădiri înalte.
Clădiri înalte. Yes.
Communities, you will see tall buildings or skyscrapers,
And skyscrapers.
Skyscraper. Clădiri.
Good. Diana, skyscraper. Înseamnă zgârie nori. Zgârie nori. Very, very tall buildings. Clădiri foarte înalte.
traffic and transportation.
Traffic.
Traffic.
Yes. Traffic. There's a lot of traffic in big cities. E foarte mult trafic în orașele mari.
New York City is an urban community.
Alright, so this is actually New York City. Have you ever heard about it? Ați auzit de New York? Yeah? It's a very, very big city. E un oraș foarte mare.
Look at all the tall buildings and busy people.
Busy people?
Oameni ocupați.
Oameni ocupați. There are a lot of busy people in the cities. Sunt mulți oameni ocupați în orașe.
New York is called the city that never sleeps. Why? It's because these bright lights stay on all night.
There are many bright lights. Bright lights. Adică multe
Multe lumini.
lumini. Multe lumini. Mhm.
An urban
Yes.
community can be busy both day and night. Most people live in apartment buildings in an urban community.
Alright, so there are apartment buildings. Apartment buildings. Can you repeat?
Clădiri cu apartamente.
Yes, blocuri. Blocuri cu apartamente. Apartment buildings.
Although some live in homes. Since urban communities are so crowded, there are many apartments and homes located right beside one another.
See how crowded
A
buildings
suburban
are?
community or a suburb is located near a city.
Alright, this is a suburban community. O suburban community, o comunitate suburbană. Yes, near, very close to the city. Foarte aproape de oraș, yes.
Aproape de oraș.
It is not as populated as an urban community.
Alright, see, there are not so many people. Nu sunt așa mulți oameni here. There is no traffic. No traffic. Nu avem trafic.
Este decât o mașină.
Yes, there's only a car. There's only a car. And it's quiet. It's quiet. Adică este liniștit, yes. E liniște.
Că nu e
There is less
Yes.
traffic and smaller buildings.
And the buildings are smaller.
mai pleacă o mașină.
Clădirile sunt mai mici.
Some people who live in suburban communities
Mai pleacă o
travel to a nearby city for work. This is called commuting.
Alright. So to commute, a face naveta. People living in the suburban community go to the city to work there. Oamenii de pe lângă orașe merg în oraș la muncă. Ca să lucreze în oraș, yes. See this train?
There are not many buses and trains in a suburban community.
Acela este un metrou.
It's not a subway, it's a train actually. E un tren. Yes, it's a train.
Cum așa un tren să treacă prin, să meargă prin oraș? Intră jos.
Yeah, that's true.
There are not many buses and trains in a suburban community, so most people drive to work.
Alright, so in the suburban communities there are not so many means of transport. În suburbie nu prea sunt mijloace de transport în comun. So people drive their own cars. Oamenii merg cu mașina personală,
Many
yes.
people live in homes in suburban communities. These homes
Right, so
are
there are
usually
many
very spacious
homes,
and
houses.
beautiful. They have amenities or special features, such as large backyards and garages.
So the houses, amenities, right, amenities, adică facilități. There are many amenities. You've got what is this called? Cum se numește? Garage, yes, you can have a garage. Also, what can you have in the backyard? În curtea din spate. Ce putem să big. You can swim in it.
A big swimming
Big swimming pool. Yes.
A rural community has
Yeah.
S-ar putea să aibă o ușă ca să intri direct în garaj.
Yes, so there might be a special door connecting the garage to the house. Yes, you're right. Now let's go to the rural community. Comunitatea rurală. So in the countryside, rurală. It's difficult to pronounce the word. I know.
Yes.
All right. So in the countryside now.
Has very
Let's see.
few people and buildings. In fact, it mainly consists of farmland.
All right. So there is mainly farmland. Can you repeat farmland? Farmland, adică pământ pentru
Pământ pentru
pentru cultivat, yes, pentru agricultură. Teren arabil. Teren special pentru agricultură, yes. And there are few yes. There are few people there. Sunt puțini oameni aici.
Și poate veni,
You might see
nu știu cum se cheamă, o chestie care le udă.
Aha. Yes.
plants and animals and natural scenery such as trees and grassy plains.
All right, there are many animals. Many animals? What animals are these?
animale.
Ce animaluțe sunt?
It's sheep.
It's a sheep, yes, and it's a sheep. And what about its baby? Cum se numește puiul de oaie?
Miel.
Miel. Și în engleză cum se numește mielușelul?
Nu știu.
Lamb. Lamb. There are, how many lambs are there? Cât sunt? Three. There are 3 lambs. Yes. And there is also a beautiful scenery. Can you repeat scenery? Scenery, adică o priveliște.
O priveliște.
Aha, very beautiful scenery. O priveliște foarte frumoasă.
People live in small houses that are spaced far apart.
See how much farmland there is? Vedeți ce terenuri mari pentru agricultură? And how few people there are and how few houses there are. Cât de puține case sunt, right?
Yes.
Yes. Să știți că
Some
eu
houses are located miles away from one another. Look at this home. It stands alone.
este
Would
destul
you like
de
to
greu
live
să
here?
mă
Why
Yes.
or why not?
Would you like to live here? So look at this picture here. Would you like to live in this house? V-ar plăcea să stați în casa aceasta? Near the pond? Yes? Or do you prefer the city? Preferați orașul? Yeah.
I prefer
You prefer the city.
Eu prefer
Let's read.
orașul.
Aha, you also prefer the city. I see.
An urban community is large and highly
All
populated.
right.
A suburban community or a suburb is located near a city.
All
It
right.
is not as popular.
Now let's see what places we can find in the countryside and what places we can find in the towns or the cities. Să vedem ce locuri găsim în orășele și ce găsim în sate. Let's see.
English Sing Sing. Town.
All right, town. So let's see what we can find in towns. Vedem ce găsim în orășele.
This is my town.
All right, so this is a map. A map. E o hartă. Yeah. It's the map of a town. E harta unui orășel.
Let's look around. The first block is here.
So, this is the first block. This is the first block. Can you repeat block? Stradă sau cartier. Let's see. A hospital, right? There is a hospital and
Bank.
a bank. Yes. What is the hospital?
Spital.
Spital, yes. And what's the bank? Bancă, right.
Are a hospital and a bank. Hospital. Bank. The second block is here.
Now, this is the second block. What can we find here? Ce găsim aici?
Secție de copii.
O secție... Yes, Anasi?
Firefighters.
It's a fire station. A fire station. And the next one? And the post office, right.
Here are a post office and a fire station. Post office.
What is a post office? Ce înseamnă post office?
Un serviciu poștal.
Yes, so poștă. Poștă. And the fire station?
Fire station.
Stație de
The third
pompieri.
block is here.
Okay, yes, stație de pompieri. All right, now let's move on to the third block.
Here are a school, a library, a museum, and a park.
All right, now let's see. What's this?
Hello.
Hello, Rebecca. How are you?
In the school.
It's a
Scuzați-mă pentru întârziere.
Don't worry, Rebe. Now let's see the school. Can you repeat school?
School.
School. The next one is a.
Museum.
All right, the museum.
Museum.
The museum. The museum.
A park.
A park. There is also a park.
Park.
And a
And
library.
a library. A library.
Library.
What is a library?
Bibliotecă.
Bibliotecă.
Bibliotecă, yes.
School. Library. Museum.
And park.
Park.
The fourth block is here. Here are a police office and a supermarket.
All right.
Supermarket.
A supermarket.
Officer.
It's a supermarket and a
Police officer.
it's a police office.
Police officer.
Office. E o secție de
Poliție.
poliție, yes, and a supermarket.
Supermarket.
Supermarket, yes.
Supermarket.
Police office. Supermarket. The fifth block is here.
Now the fifth block,
Here are
al cincilea cartier sau stradă.
a bus stop, a theater, a bakery, and a restaurant.
Okay, we've got a bus stop. Let's repeat, bus stop.
A bus stop.
A bus stop. What is a bus stop?
Restaurant.
A restaurant. Yeah,
Restaurant.
restaurant. And a bus stop? What is it?
O stație de
Stație de
autobuz.
autobuz. Yes, good. And what's behind the bus stop?
A theater.
A
theater.
theater. A theater.
Theater.
What is a theater?
Un teatru.
Un teatru.
It's actually cinema, a cinema, or a theater, or a film theater, or a movie theater. And next to the theater there is a
Bakery.
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 A bakery, yes.
Bakery.
Bus stop,
Bus.
theater, bakery,
Bakery.
restaurant.
And restaurant. And what is a bakery?
Brutărie.
Brutărie. Yes. All right. Good. Now, what jobs we can find in a town or a city. Ce slujbe putem găsi sau putem avea în orășele sau orașe. Jobs.
Whose tools are these?
So these are the tools. Ustensilele unui of an artist. Yes, artist.
Artist. Artist.
Artist.
Where do you work in? I work in a studio.
And she works in a studio. A studio. Yes.
Studio. Whose tools are these?
These are the tools of an or of a. Let's find out.
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Carpenter. What is a carpenter?
Pădurar.
Not really. A carpenter înseamnă un tâmplar. Un tâmplar. A carpenter.
Carpenter. Where do you work in? I work in a carpenter's shop.
A carpenter's shop.
A carpenter's
Shop. Adică o tâmplărie.
O tâmplărie.
Carpenter's shop.
Carpenter's shop.
Whose tools are these?
A cook. A cook. Adică un bucătar. Yes.
Cook. Cook. Where do you work in?
Alright, so where do cooks work in?
In a kitchen.
In a kitchen? Yes, in a kitchen, right.
I work in a restaurant.
So, yes, in the kitchen of a restaurant.
Restaurant.
Restaurant, yes. Now,
Whose tools are these?
a doctor's tools, right. A doctor. Doctor.
Doctor. Doctor. Where do you work in?
And where does the doctor work in? Right, in the hospital.
I work in a hospital. Hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital.
Un arhitect.
Whose tools are these?
Un arhitect.
An architect? Let's see.
Engineer.
You were very close. Erai foarte aproape. So this is an engineer. Engineer, adică un inginer. Yes, engineer.
Engineer. Where do you work in? I work in a factory.
She works in a factory. Good. Factory. Now, let's see what we can find in the countryside. Now, vedem ce găsim unde? In the rural communities. In the rural communities, la țară. Let's see.
Hi. In the countryside.
Area.
All right, area.
Area.
So this is where you can grow different plants. Da? Zona unde putem cultiva plante.
Lake.
Lake.
Lac.
Lake. Lac.
Barn.
Barn. Barn. What is a barn?
O fermă. Hambar.
Hambar. Yes. Un hambar. A barn.
Waterfall.
And waterfall?
Waterfall.
Waterfall. Cascada, yes, waterfall.
Campsite.
Campsite?
Campsite.
A campsite. Adică?
Un loc unde se scocot.
Yes, so un fel de tabără de campat.
Yes.
Village.
Village.
Village or
Village, un sat. Un sătuc. Village. Village. Sat.
Forest.
Forest?
forest.
Forest.
Pădure.
Pădure, yes.
Cliff.
Cliff?
Cliff.
What is a cliff? Stâncă, yes. Cliff.
Cliff. Cliff.
Field.
And a field? Field. Înseamnă? Not really. You can plant different things on the field. Field înseamnă câmp. Câmp.
River.
River. River.
Farm.
Farm. Farm. Fermă. Yes.
Hill.
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 Hill. What is a hill? Dal, yes. Hill.
Land.
Land. Land. What is what is the land? Land. Câmp, da, pământ. Pământ întins. Câmp. Yeah.
Soil.
Soil. Soil.
Pământ arabic.
Nu. Soil este sol, pământ. Pământul în care plantăm. Soil.
Mountain.
Mountain. Munte, mountain.
Stream.
A stream. Un râu. A stream of water.
Orchard.
Orchard. Orchard. Livadă, yes. Orchard. Livadă de fructe, cu pomi fructiferi. Orchard.
Pond.
Pond. Pond. E un fel de leșteu. Pond.
Sky.
Sky.
Park.
Yeah. So, in the countryside, the air is fresher. Aerul este mai proaspăt. Yes, there is no. Well, in the city there is a lot more pollution. E mai multă poluare în orașe than in the countryside. And a path. O aleu, da, un drumeag, un drum, o cale.
See you soon.
Alright, so these were the things that we can find in the countryside. What about the jobs? Ce slujbe putem avea in the countryside? You can be a farmer, yes. A farmer. Right? A farmer. Yeah. Yes. Now, let's look at the pictures and tell me, is this a city, a town, or a village?
That's city.
A city. Yes, it's a city. What about number 2?
That's a village.
A village.
Village.
A village, yes. Number 3?
Number 3 is town.
City.
I think it's a city. See, there are many tall buildings.
Yes.
Sunt multe blocuri înalte.
Yes.
Women.
Number 4.
Town. A
Women.
town.
Huh. There is a big crowd of people.
City.
It's a city, yes, it's very crowded. E foarte
Aglomerat.
aglomerat. It's a city. But the next one, yes, this is a town. What about the next one?
It's a town.
It's a town too, yes. And here,
City.
city. The next one,
Town.
town. And the last one,
Village.
village. Yeah, all right, good. Okay, now let's draw a town. Can you bring 2 pieces of paper, 2 sheets of paper and some colored pencils?
1 second.
Yeah, so we're going to draw, first of all, we're going to draw a town and then a village and see the differences between the two of them. Vedem diferențele între cele două. Yeah. We're going to draw, o să desenăm.
Stați așa un pic să văd dacă asta e cu desen. Da, asta e cu desen.
Ready?
Gata, am revenit.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what we have to draw for the town. What can you see in the picture? Kevin.
Buildings.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Buildings.
Buildings. Buildings. Are they super tall? Sunt foarte înalte?
No.
No. So they are not so tall. All right. What else can you see?
Car.
A car. Is there a lot of traffic?
No.
No. So the traffic is not that intense. Right. Are there streets? Or is there a street?
Yes.
Yes. So there are streets. Deci sunt și străzi. Yes. All right. Now, let's start. Yeah, so let's start with the street.
Stați așa un pic, că nu am creion cu care să scriu.
So take a pencil and let's start with the street. Începem cu strada. The street and the car. The wheels.
Doamna,
Yes.
noi trebuie să facem liniile alea.
No, just the one here above the car, cea de deasupra mașinii, because this is the street actually. Este strada.
Okay.
All right. What is a wheel? A wheel? O roată, yes. So, the wheels of the car. Yeah, so this.
Eu nu am făcut mașina.
Okay, let's draw the car. You don't have paper?
No?
No, so bring one or 2 sheets of paper. Alright, so this is the street.
Eu încă sunt la mașină.
No problem.
Dar e cam grea.
Is it difficult to draw?
No.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
It's easy.
it's not.
So if you follow the instructions, it gets a lot easier. Ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, so this is the car
Ready. I'm not
and the
ready.
street.
E bine?
Let's see. Very well, Lucas. Good job.
Stai cu asta, nu știu ce, dacă e verde.
Is it green? Well, I've also got a green. Good job, Andrei. Very nice.
La mine e să pic verde lucrarea.
Yes, well, mine is green too. My pen is green too.
Asta cred că e green foarte, 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 foarte.
And now let's move on to the buildings.
Nu poate desenezi așa ceva pe așa de mic, am doar foi mici.
Oh, well, try to draw smaller buildings then. Poți să le faci mai mititele. Now, this is...
Ca să încerc să facem frumos aici.
Yeah, let's try. Now, the first building. See how close to each other they are. Vedeți cât de apropiate sunt?
Yes.
Because there is not much space in the town.
Yes.
Nu e așa mult loc. Yes.
Eu n-am terminat.
Yeah, no problem.
Ia băgă și asta. Dacă merge, merge.
Mine is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Super. Haide. Hai, careva mai să bată cu tu. Bun, deci hai să tragem așa o linie.
All right. So this is a sort of a what kind of?
I'm sorry, nu am terminat.
Don't worry. So I'm not ready. I'm not ready. The third
Nu am ready.
building. All right.
I'm not ready.
No problem.
I'm not ready.
Okay.
Not ready. Bun. Așteptați o secundă.
Yes, we are waiting. Don't worry.
Nu mai vreau să așteptați o secundă. Eu am o foaie mai mare și o să fie mai puțin chestii.
Okay.
Să fie potată foaia.
Right.
o să fie jumătate de foaie.
Aha.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Not ready. Not ready.
You're not
Abia dacă am
ready.
făcut mașina. Eu nu sunt. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Not ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So let's draw the windows and the doors.
Eu continui după ce îmi fac treaba
Yes.
mea aici. Eu trebuie să fiu...
Yeah, so we have to do the windows and the doors now. Ferestrele și ușile. Yes, the doors.
Stați așa un pic. Așa.
Let's see. There are many windows and many doors.
Să văd dacă mi iese fereastra.
Yeah, let's try. How many are there?
E și puțin. Eu sunt la 5-a casă, adică la
Great.
ultima, care mai trebuie să fac din oraș. Eu sunt abia la prima, din acută a doua. Eu sunt abia la doua. Eu sunt la 5. A 5-a mai rapid.
Fifth one.
Sunt la prima, dar am făcut-o pe a doua. Eu sunt la a doua. Nu, nu, chiar sunt la a 5-a.
Good job. Very nice, Andrei.
Fac ferestrele.
Yeah, the windows and the doors.
The windows in the door.
The door.
Am greșit. Gata. It's ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Not ready. I'm ready. Not ready. Not ready.
All right. So this would be the whole painting.
Eu sunt la a prima casă. Eu sunt la a doua. Eu sunt la a patra. Dar eu acum fac geamurile.
The windows. The windows.
The windows. Unde și...
I finished.
Mamă, la mine cum a ieșit
Yeah.
vai de bine. Mai degrabă la mine n-a ieșit nimic.
Oh, but your drawing was beautiful.
Abia dacă mi-a ieșit ceva.
Let's see. Oh, it's very nice, Rebecca. Why do you say so? It's really nice.
Thank you.
You are very talented.
Mi-a ieșit. Acum facem norii. Unul aici.
The clouds.
Nu mai am mult loc pentru încă două case.
Do you like mine?
Let me see, Franci. Nice. Very nice, Franci. Good job.
Thanks.
Eu sunt la a treia casă, care acum
The third one.
îi fac geamul și ușa.
Okay.
Eu tot sunt la a treia.
Let's see, Anasi.
Acum pe bune, sunt la 5 și termin ăsta.
Okay, Anasi. Very nice. Good job.
Trebuie să fac și eu nori.
Yes, you can draw the sky, the clouds and the sun. ready? Good job, Lucas. And Diana, very nice.
Dacă mi-a ieșit, mi-a ieșit.
Well done.
Mi-a ieșit puțin greu, dar acum fac soarele.
Let's draw the sun
Asta mi-a mai rămas.
and the clouds, and that's it. And we've got some time to draw the village too.
Ce?
The village, satul.
Două vizituri.
No, this is the town, and then we're going to draw the village.
Sunt la ultima.
Yeah, so this is it. This is
Și asta la ultima casă. Cea mai mare e așa. Nu mai am loc.
yes, good job. Oh, that's perfect, Rebecca. That's enough.
Nu mai am loc pentru acasă.
All right, no problem. Yes.
Doamna,
Yes.
mai sunt un pic la ultima casă.
Okay.
Mai am păi mare. Să-i fac ceva.
The bigger.
Eu colorez mării.
All right. Yeah. So come on, 1 minute to finish it, and then we're going to draw the village quickly.
Da.
Yeah.
Ok.
Eu fac cu carioci, am priane.
Okay.
Eu fac cu carioci.
No problem.
Eu fac cu creion.
Yeah, you can use whatever you want.
Fiecare face cum dorește.
Yes.
Uitați cum arată. Am uitat ce culoare era noi. Uitați cum arată.
Nice, very nice, Andrei. Good job. Very beautiful. Now the clouds are white. The clouds are usually white if it's not a storm. Ready?
Yes.
Let's move on to the village now. Let's draw the village.
I'm ready. Eu nu mai pot să vă spun.
Yeah, so we have to draw.
Nu mai am loc.
We have to draw a village now. Yes, you can change your sheet of paper.
Facem treabă.
Yes, let's draw some houses this time. Cum desenăm case.
Da.
Yeah. Yes.
Dar la mine mai durează puțin, că eu trebuie să fac nori.
No problem.
Gata. Uitați cum arată satul meu.
Let's see. It's a town. Very nice, Andrei. You've got a beautiful town.
Alege nimeni.
What?
Și după o să colorez. Asta. Unde rămâne să se? Aici. Da. Ia să vedem, hai să vedem.
Let's draw 3 houses.
Da, să dăm un pic pictoarea. Bun, deci, ia să vedem. Așa, lăsăm o distanță de 20.
Yes, you have to keep a distance. Good job. Very, very well, Lucas.
Adică nu pot să mă duc în sus sau în...
Yes. But it's great.
Poate doar lateral.
Alright, so keep the distance between the houses. Să păstrați distanța între case.
Da, păstrăm. Eu păstrez distanța de 2 degete.
Alright, yeah, that's good.
Eu fac distanță de 7 mâini. Mamă, nu ai 7 mâini. Pardon, de 8 mâini. Nu ai 8 mâini, ai 2 mâini.
You've only got 2 hands, right?
Poate e extraterestru și are mai multe.
Are you an alien?
Bună, nu. Puteți da drumul la film?
Yes, of course.
Nu sunt
Now,
gata.
there are some trees too.
Eu sunt de-abia la a doua casă.
Okay, no problem.
Acum fac a treia.
We have to draw some trees because there is
Eu sunt deja la copaci. La o parte, Facebook-ule. Nu pot să desenez chiar așa ceva, dar...
well, you can try.
Can you pose, please?
Yes.
Eu acum desenez în
Thank
jos.
you.
Acum ne mai văd casa.
Yeah, let me pause somewhere. Is it better now? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Așa. Eu acum sunt la un copac.
Good.
Bine, o să-mi iasă.
Now, draw some trees and some vegetation, some plants, because there are many plants in the countryside.
Puțină garbă.
Some grass,
Și un
trees.
copățel.
Yeah.
Niște crengi. Niște crengi pe acolo.
Some branches.
Aici o ușiță. Aici încă o ușă.
Yeah, the doors, the windows.
Am desenat un nimic aici.
I think my house is going to collapse.
Your house is going to collapse.
Acum mi-am luat o foaie mare. Cu foaia mea câștigă la concursul de urățenie.
Oh no, why, Lucas? Your drawing is very nice, actually. Good job. Very well.
Iarbă pe aici. Câștigă la un iarbă verde. Iarbă verde, iarbă verde.
Yeah, some
Iarbă verde.
grass.
Și verde. Verde, verde și mai verde. Dar mai verde. Dar totul verde. Bun.
Okay.
Mi-a mai rămas doar un singur copac de făcut.
All right.
Și mie, cred. Eu acum sunt la a doua casă. Eu am terminat casele și toată fișa, acum trebuie doar să colorez.
Yeah, good.
Ready?
Just in time.
Not ready. Yes, ready.
Yeah.
Now ready.
So we've got like